So good morning, and thanks a million for joining me on the mat this morning. This week's focus is on the lower limbs. So really anything from the hips down and including the hips themselves. So obviously how our hips are functioning are going to really affect how our legs are moving, how we're landing on our feet, how we're working through our ankles and our lower legs as well. Okay, so we're going to bring a little bit of focus again onto the feet and ankles because they are very important when it comes to stabilizing the body. And as the hips affect the feet, it's also, if there's little imbalances in the feet or ankles, chances are we're going to find that up throughout the body and particularly into those hips. So it's really important that we work both in tandem and kind of bring a little bit of a holistic approach to our lower limbs. So we're going to start in a nice, easy cross-legged seat. Again, sitting as tall as we can through the spine. So you'll draw the belly in, we're going to roll the shoulders back. And again, just imagining that piece of string attached to the crown of your head, drawing you toward the ceiling. So just feeling that length opening between each and every single vertebrae along the spine. And then we're going to open the palms. And then inhale the arms out, reach it up. Interlock fingers, press palms to the ceiling. As we exhale, press the palms forward, really stretch between the shoulder blades. I'm going to do that 2 more times. So again, a nice big stretch as we look up. And then exhale, press forward and release. From here, we're going to extend both legs out in front. And again, just adjust the sit bones as you need. Get nice and comfy here. We'll draw the toes toward the face and we're keeping that lovely connection to the spine all the time. We're going to hug the right knee in until the foot's in line with the left. And then we're going to shift the hip bones forward to meet it. Crossing the right leg over the left, we're going to extend the left arm out and wrap it around that right leg. Draw the belly in so we can really hug that leg into the body. We're going to inhale the right arm up. And as we exhale, gently twist to the right, we're going to place the heel of the right hand nice and close to the lower back. So again, keep that lower leg active. Inhale, lengthen tall through the spine. As we exhale, we're going to gently twist from the lower back into the ribcage, into the chest, and take a little look over that right shoulder. If you want to go a little bit deeper into the twist, we can always get the left arm, cross it over the body, bend the left elbow and hook it to the outside of that leg. Palm faces the right side of the room. So we're inhaling, lengthening tall, and we're exhaling, twisting and releasing. We'll do 2 more breaths here. Trying not to collapse into that right hand as much as we can. Draw it nice and close to the body. Last one. And then gently inhale back to center. Small little micro twist to the left, just to release. And back to center again. We're going to hug the right knee in. Face the sole of the foot to the inner leg. Shifting that leg bone back into the hips. So we're going to give ourselves a little chance here. We're going to softly bend into the left knee. Finding our strap, we're going to wrap it around the ball of the left foot. And again, conscious of those hamstrings. We only want to feel the stretch into the belly of the muscle, not underneath the knee or up near the sit bone. And we're going to gently press away through the heel. So we're going to inhale tall through the spine, turn into that left foot. And as we exhale, just gently press the chest forward, draw the shoulders back. We're going to hold it here. As we hold, we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to gently press the ball of the foot into the strap. And then inhale, toe to knee, and then exhale, press it away. So although we're working into hamstring and calf, we're getting a nice little mobilization, a little resisted stretch into that ankle. So we're stretching and strengthening those joints all at once. And again, you can fold a little bit deeper if you want to continue working into that hamstring. And then slowly come up to center. We're going to keep holding on to that strap so we still have it wrapped around the ball of that left foot. We're going to inhale, draw the toe toward the knee. As we exhale, press it away. Inhale, draw the toe toward the knee. We're going to get our right hand and we're going to catch hold of the strap and we're going to pull it slightly to the right. So the right hand's coming slightly to the right. Foot is vertical. As we exhale, we're going to press the foot out to the left. So we're inhaling center. And as we exhale, press it out to the left. So again, just working a little bit of strength and mobilization into those feet, those ankles. Coming back to center, we're going to reverse the grip. This time we're going to pull the strap a little bit out to the left. We're going to inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to draw that foot into the right. So So again, movement is just at the ankle. Try to keep that knee nice and stable, even if you want to put the right hand on it to keep it there. So again, our feet and our ankles really related to our balance as well. So we want them to be nice and strong, stable and mobile. And then back to center. Then we can release that strap out of the way for now. We're going to bring that right hand behind us, fingertips point back. Inhale the left arm up toward the ceiling, and as we exhale, we're going to press the right hand into the ground as we lift the hips toward the ceiling. So we're pressing right knee, left foot firmly into the ground and really active through that right arm. Gaze goes back toward the left fingertips. We're going to inhale, stretch through the fingertips. As we exhale, see if you can lift those hips a little bit higher. So really feeling that space into the front of the pelvis. Draw the belly in, take that pressure off the lower back. We'll take one more breath. And then slowly inhale all the way back to seat. Lovely. We're going to stretch that right leg out to meet the left, and again adjust those sit bones. Draw the left knee in, shift the sit bones forward to meet it. So again, maintaining that lovely length. We're going to cross the left leg over the right, continuing to draw that right toe toward the knee. We're going to wrap that right arm around the leg and really hug that leg tightly into the body. So draw the belly in, create a wee bit more space, and then we'll inhale the left arm up. And as we exhale, gently twist to the left. Heel of the left hand nice and close to the lower back. As we inhale, draw the belly in, sit as tall as we can. And as we exhale, twisting from the lower into the rib cage, into the chest, take a little look over that left shoulder. So we're inhaling, lengthening. And as we exhale, twist a little bit more. If you want to go a wee bit deeper into the twist, we can cross the right arm over the body, bend the right elbow, hook it to the outside of the left leg. Palm faces the left side of the room. Again, keep that right foot active. Inhale tall, exhale twist. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Last one. And then slowly inhale back to center, small little twist to the right, just to release. And then back to center again. Bringing the sole of that left foot to the inner thigh. And again, just shifting that leg bone back into the hip socket. So getting nice and comfortable here. Slight little bend to the right knee to start with. We'll wrap that strap around the ball of the right foot, hugging those elbows into the waist and then gently pressing away through the heel. So we're going to inhale tall, turn the body toward that right foot. And as we exhale, gently press the chest forward, draw the shoulders back, maybe both those hands along the strap. And again, you might fold a lot deeper than what I'm doing here, so don't feel you have to stop. Each inhale, we're lengthening, and each exhale, we're folding. We're folding from the waist, okay? So we're trying not to round. It's not about touching the foot. We want to maintain that lovely length in the spine. We're going to inhale here, draw the toe toward the knee, and as we exhale, press the ball of the foot into the strap. Inhale, toe to knee. Exhale, press it out. So we're using the strap here. If you're doing this in your own time, if you have like an elasticated band, it's sometimes a little bit easier, just even for the surface area. Sometimes it's hard with the strap. It's a little bit narrow on the ball of the foot. And then the resistance band kind of gives it, as the name says, a little bit more resistance. Again, a really nice way of strengthening into those ankles. And we're going to come gently up to seat. Again, keeping the strap around the ball of the foot. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, same thing again, just pushing the ball of the foot into the strap. Inhale, toe in. Exhale, press it out. One more. Inhale, toe in. Exhale, press it out. Again, we're going to bring the grip just into the left hand. Drawing that left hand slightly out to the left. We're going to inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to evert the foot. So we're going to press the foot out to the right. So it's like a little windscreen wiper. And again, that movement is just at the ankle. So even if you want to place that right hand on the knee or on the upper leg, just to keep it nice and stable. You can work with your own breath. You can even hold it a little bit longer. So the whole idea is we're using the resistance of the strap. So it's a really activated stretch, which means we're also strengthening. And then we come back to center, reverse the grip, bringing the strap a little bit out to the right this time. And again, we can invert the foot. So if you think about the clock, we're going to about 11 o'clock, maybe 10 if you have the mobility. 9, there's probably something wrong. So again, we're not looking for hypermobility here. We're just looking for a nice natural range. Again, trying to keep that upper leg stable as we do so. And again, you can do as many of these as you wish. If you're finding them particularly difficult, I'd encourage you to keep practicing, because it is a really nice way of developing our balance and our stability. Lovely. And then we move back in center. We can release that strap off to the side. We're going to bring the left hand behind us, fingertips point back. Inhale the right arm up, and as we exhale, we're going to press the left hand, left knee, right foot. So really flatten that right foot to the ground if you can. Lifting the hips toward the ceiling, extending that right arm back overhead, and maybe taking the gaze up toward the middle finger on that right hand. As we inhale, reach through the right arm, nice big stretch. As we exhale, lift those hips a little bit higher. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, lift. 2 more breaths here. Keep drawing the belly in. Try to protect that lower back. 1 more breath. And then slowly release all the way back to seat. We can bring that right foot into the left, and we're going to come to lie on the mat. Again, just making sure that you have your block and your strap within reach. So lying back onto the ground, feet are flat, knees are bent. We're going to hug the right knee in, give it a nice little squeeze, extend that left foot fully out along the mat. Again, we're going to reach for our strap or our towel, wrapping it around the ball of that right foot. We're going to inhale, press sole of the foot toward the ceiling. And as we exhale, draw those toes toward the knee. Keep those elbows hugged into the body and see if we can draw those shoulders back. We're going to get our right hand, catch hold of the strap, extend the left arm out in line with the shoulder. Inhale, center, and as we exhale, allow that right leg drop out to the right. And then we're going to bend the right elbow so we can hold that leg in space, taking the gaze over the left shoulder. We're pressing away through that right heel. We're drawing the toes toward the knee. So we should be feeling this in the lower leg and also into the hamstring and into the inner hip. If you find the left bum cheek is coming off the ground, I want you to place the left hand on the hip bone to draw it right back down to the earth. So we should feel a lovely little bit of space across the front of the pelvis here too. So we're not twisting the spine here. That pelvis is really stable. That spine is glued to the ground, and we're just working into that right hip and leg. Every inhale, press away through that right heel. Every exhale, see if we want to drop that leg out just a little bit more. We'll take 2 more breaths here. The last one. And then inhale, slowly back through center. Exhale, hug the right knee in. We can drop that strap off to the side. We're going to bend the left knee, place the foot flat to the ground. And then we're going to rest that right ankle just above the left knee, coming into our lovely figure 4. Draw the right toe toward the knee, press the knee away from the body, and really press that lower back into the ground. Inhale, draw the knee in, lifting that left foot off the ground. We're going to interlock the fingers, or we can wrap our strap around the back of that left hamstring. Again, if it's quite hard to interlock fingers or rounding into the chest, coming off the lower back, definitely use that towel or strap as a little extension of those arms. We're going to inhale here, lengthening the spine. And as we exhale, draw the left knee a little bit closer as we press that right knee away from the body. From here, we're going to inhale, point the left foot up toward the ceiling and really stretch into the front of the ankle. And as we exhale, draw the toes toward the face. So we're inhaling, pointing, still working into that right hip. And exhale, flex. 1 more, point as we inhale. Flex as we exhale, and we're going to draw a few nice big circles to the right. And again, really exaggerate that movement. So movement is in the foot and ankle, but we probably feel it all the way up to just below the knee. So we're incorporating that full lower leg into the movement. And then we're going to reverse those circles in the opposite direction. Keep drawing those shoulders toward the earth. So don't forget what we're doing with our upper body and hips. Just getting a little bonus mobilization into those ankles. And release. We're going to allow the heel drop toward the bum. We could stay here for the next few breaths. If we want to go a little bit deeper into the hips, we might interlock the fingers in front of that left shin, hugging the left knee in, pressing that right knee away. Keep that right foot active, so keep drawing the toe toward the knee. We'll hold it for 3, for 2, And 1, gently release that left foot to the ground. We're going to hug the right knee in. We're going to do a little bit of soft tissue release into that lower leg. So some of you have done this with me before. So we can roll up our leg, and if we have it, just weave a little bit of extra friction for skin on skin. We're going to point through the toes of that right foot. We're going to get both thumbs, and we're going to place them just above the heel bone. So kind of along the Achilles tendon, and we're going to pull the flesh away from the heel. Okay, so we should feel a little stretch between where the thumbs are and where that heel is. So we're going to inhale, point, and as we exhale, we're going to flex those toes toward the knee. Try to keep those thumbs locked in. Inhale, point, work the thumbs up along that calf muscle. Exhale, flex, and continue. So we're going to work the whole length of that calf muscle. So it's nice that we've got 2 thumbs, because there's 2 muscles there in our calf group. So we can work both at once. So the whole idea is, as we point the foot, we're creating a little stretch by pulling the tissue away from the joint. And as we flex the foot, we're getting that extra little stretch. So this is our soft tissue release, a nice way of working into really tight muscles. And also, if you're not exactly sure where that tightness is, you could have little knots along the muscle. So this kind of isolates each and every little part. So we're going to move all the way up to just before we get underneath the knee. So we don't want to be pressing them behind that knee joint. There's too many things going on. We don't want to put any pressure on it. And then relax, and then we can just gently knead out that calf muscle. So just up and down, using fingers and thumbs, kneading it out like you would a lump of dough. Excellent. And then we can pull that leg down. Same thing on the other side. We're going to drop the right foot down, hug the left knee in, give it a nice little squeeze, extend that right foot fully out. Actively press over to the heel. Try to keep that leg nice and active. We're going to reach for a strap, wrap it around the ball of the left foot, making sure you have enough room, because that left leg is going to be out to the side in a moment. We're going to inhale, press sole of the foot toward the ceiling as we extend the leg, and as we exhale, draw the toes toward the face. Keeping those elbows tucked in, we're going to get the left hand, catch hold of the strap. Extend the right arm out in line with the shoulder, palm down, and then slowly exhale that left foot out to the left. We're going to bend the left elbow, so it's a nice little support to hold that leg in space, taking the gaze over the right shoulder. As we inhale, press away through the heel. As we exhale, allow that foot drop out a little bit more. If you find that right side of the body is peeling off the ground, we're going to get the right hand and press it right back down. So we're inhaling active through the left heel. Exhale, allow that space as we release. Focusing here on a lovely deep belly breath, and with each exhale, seeing if we can access a little bit more space into that inner leg, inner hip. Still working into the lower leg as we draw those toes toward the knee. We'll take one more breath here. And then slowly, we're going to inhale that left foot back to center. And as we exhale, hug the left knee into the chest. A nice little squeeze. Lovely. From here, we're going to bend the right knee, place the foot flat onto the ground. We're going to rest the left ankle just above the right knee, coming into our figure 4. Draw the left toe toward the knee, press the left knee away from the body, and ground that lower back into the mat. We're going to inhale, lift the right foot off the ground, shin parallel to the ceiling. And again, either interlocking fingers or wrapping the strap around the back of that right hamstring. Gently walk the shoulder blades together. Feel that space in the chest. And as we exhale, see if we can draw the right knee a little bit closer toward the body as we press that left knee away from the body. Keep that left foot active. So notice if the left toes are pointed. I want you to draw those toes toward the knee so the whole lower leg is active and we're stabilizing that knee joint. So we can hold it here, or on the next inhale, we're going to straighten the right leg up toward the ceiling and really stretch into the front of the ankle, exaggerate. As we exhale, draw the toes toward the face. So we're inhaling, pointing, and we're exhaling, flexing. We'll do 2 more breaths here. So again, really exaggerating that movement, trying to get into every little corner of those ankle joints. And then we're going to draw a few nice round big circles to the right. And again, to your own breath. Nice, slow, controlled movement though. So you're really consciously moving through the joint, activating all those little muscles, of which there are a lot. And then we're going to reverse those circles. And again, we should be feeling this all the way up through the calf muscles also, right up into the base of the knee. And again, you could do a lot more of these in your own time. You could just do them even sitting down. You're in the office, just getting that mobility without putting too much stress on the body. We're going to relax. We're going to bend the right knee, allow the heel drop toward the bum. We can stay here, hugging that right knee in. If we want to go deeper, we might interlock the fingers around the front of that right shin. As we inhale, draw the shoulder blades together. And as we exhale, draw that right knee toward the face. Holding it here. Nice and strong for 3, 2, and 1. Release the right foot. We're going to hug the left knee in. Same little soft tissue release. We're going to pull our leggings up to just around knee. And then we're going to point through those left toes. We're going to get both thumbs. We're going to pull the flesh away from the heel to start with. And as we exhale, we're going to draw those toes toward the knee. So as we inhale, point, work those thumbs up toward the back of the knee, little by little. And again, you might find as you work up the muscle, you find a particularly tender spot. So maybe take a couple of extra breaths there, because maybe that's where we need to release more than the rest. And as I said, I'm kind of just showing you this. This is an area that you could spend a lot more time on, a little bit of self-massage, particularly if those calves are very tight. Depending on what we do, if we're on our feet a lot, and also if we're not on our feet at all, those calves can still get tight. So depending on what the rest of our body's at too. So again, we're going to work all the way up to just before we get to below the knee. So again, not pressing in behind the knee itself. And then just gently massage out the calf. Up and down, using fingers and thumbs. Don't be afraid to get in there. Just soften out that tissue. And again, we could repeat that a few more times. We won't this morning. We definitely want to revisit a few times. We're going to pull that leg in down. Lovely. And then we're going to bring the left foot down to meet right. So on Tuesday's class, we worked a lot into those hamstrings. Not so much strength, it was more stretching. And if you noticed that you were overstretching the hamstrings, so if you're feeling that stretch up near the sit bone or underneath the knee, it's probably strengthening is where we need to go. So we're going to do a little bit into our bridge work this morning. So we're going to reach for our block. We're going to place it between the knees and we're going to press the knees into the block. So really active in those inner thighs, placing the hands to the ground, fingertips brush the back to the heels. So again, feet are about hip width distance apart. We're going to inhale, press the feet into the ground, gently peel the lower back, middle back, upper back off the ground, lift the hips toward the ceiling. We're going to walk those shoulder blades together underneath the upper back, taking the pressure off the head and neck. As we inhale, lift the hips a little bit higher, really press those knees into the block. Drawing the belly in. So notice if we're feeling pressure or compression in that lower back, and we need to really suck the belly button in. So we're creating balance both front and back of the core. We're going to inhale, lift. And as we exhale, gently lower the hips toward the ground, hovering just off the mat. Inhale, slowly up. Exhale, slowly down. And continue with your own breath. Pressing those feet firmly into the ground. Feeling this into the core, into the hamstrings, into the glutes. We'll do 2 more. And again, trying to get those hips lifted nice and high so we're really engaging those lower back muscles. And then slowly release all the way down to the ground. We can release the block off to the side for now. Bringing the feet about hip width distance apart, knees knocked together, arms open into cactus arms. We'll inhale center, and as we exhale, drop both knees over to the right as we look over the left shoulder. Inhale center, exhale, knees to the left, gaze to the right. And continue with your own breath. Gently windscreen wipering those knees side to side. Try to draw the knees as close to the ground as you can. So we're working into inner and outer hip. We're working into the core, the spine. We're We're also getting a nice little release into the ITB as we press those knees toward the ground. We're going to meet back at center when you're ready. This time we're going to bring feet together, knees together. Again, see if we can brush the backs of those heels using those fingertips. We're going to inhale, gently press the feet into the ground, lift the hips toward the ceiling, walk the shoulder blades together. So a nice bridge here, knees and feet are together, literally glued together. And then we're going to straighten that right leg, pressing the way through the right heel. So we can stay here, keeping the hips lifted. If we want, we can lift that right leg a little bit higher, bringing the sole of the foot parallel or almost parallel to the ceiling. Wherever we're at, we're going to inhale. And as we exhale, gently lower the hips toward the ground. Inhale, slowly up. Exhale, gently lower. We do 3 more. Nice big lift. 2 more. Last one. And slowly release all the way down to the ground, hugging that right knee into the chest, giving it a nice little squeeze, and then resting that right foot down to meet left. Straight over to the other side, knees are together, feet are together, brushing the fingertips to the backs of those heels. Inhale, press the feet into the ground, pick the lower back, middle back, upper back off the ground, work the shoulder blades together. Again, we can stay here. We can straighten that left leg out, press and activate right through the heel. Notice that the hips have dropped. So I want you to keep those hips nice and high. Maybe straighten that left leg up toward the ceiling if we can. We're going to inhale, lift. And as we exhale, lower the hips, hovering just off the ground. Inhale, slowly up. Try to get as much height as we can. Exhale, slowly lower. 3 more. Really feeling that in that right hamstring. 2 more. Last one. Release all the way down to the ground. We're going to hug the left knee into the chest, give it a nice little squeeze. And then rest that left foot down to meet right. From here, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, allow the knees drop to the ground, coming into a nice little diamond shape. Notice if there's a space underneath the lower back, we're going to press the lower back into the ground. So really connect to the full length of the spine to the ground. Resting the hands on the inner thighs, drawing those shoulder blades together, down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, open the heart. And as we exhale, allow those knees drop out a little bit more. Keep that lower back pressed into the ground. We just take a few deep breaths here. Nice big belly breaths. And even as we exhale, feel free to sigh that exhale out through the lips. Just releasing, letting go. 1 more breath. Excellent. Slowly, we're going to draw those knees together. Drawing the knees into the chest. We're going to crisscross the ankles. Options to make your way anyway to seat. Or you can join me as we rock and roll forward and back along the mat, using the motion to massage the full length of the spine into the ground. Using that lovely, strong core connection to draw ourselves into seat each time. And when we're getting ready, we're going to rock all the way up through to seat. From here, we're going to extend both legs out in front. Again, shifting the flesh off the sit bones, getting nice and comfy, nice and straight in the spine. Slight little bend to the knees. We're going to reach for our strap or our towel, wrap it around the ball of both feet this time. Hugging those elbows into the waist and then gently straightening out those legs. So we're drawing toes to knee. We're keeping that nice length in the spine. We're going to inhale here. And as we exhale, gently hinging from the waist, we're going to press the chest forward, draw the shoulders back. As you can see, I'm not going very far. You might find that you're going to get a little bit further. So we're inhaling, lengthening, and as we exhale, fold. So you'll find often, I know I find, when we're working, we're more isolating one leg at a time. These folds are a little bit easier. When we do both legs together, maybe not so. But again, depending on where you're at with that lower leg, that lower back, those hamstrings. So I think over years of running and biking, I have slight adaptive shortening in the back of my legs. So again, I know how far I can go. I'll try and go a little bit more, but you need to really listen to those muscles. I don't want to overstretch. 1 more breath here. And then slowly release back. to seat. We're going to release that strap off to the side. Again, just a little reverse pose here. Bringing the hands back in line with the hips or maybe slightly behind depending on that arm length. So we've got a nice straightness to the arms, but still a wee bit of softness to those elbows. Fingertips point forward. We have options here. We can keep the knees bent if you want to try it this way first, and then if we need to bend the knees, we can. So we're going to press into the ground. We're going to lift the hips toward the ceiling and flatten those feet to the ground. Okay, so if that's too strong, feel free to bend the knees and lift into our reverse table. Okay, so your choice. Keeping the shoulders strong, we're going to hold it here. Gaze is relaxed, head and neck are relaxed for 3. For 2. And 1, gently lower the hips toward the ground. We're going to do that one more time. Take a breath. And then inhale, lift the hips. Hold it here for 3. For 2. And 1, gently release those hips back to the ground. Crisscross at the ankles. We're going to bring the hands out in front. Step back onto the knees into a nice strong tabletop. Shoulders over elbows over wrists. Elbow creases face forward. Fingers are widely spread. Knees hip width distance apart. Hips over knees. I'm going to tuck the toes under this morning just to get a nice little stretch in those feet. Inhale, draw the chest forward as we take the gaze up and arch the spine. Exhale, press into the ground, curl through the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale, gaze goes forward and up, arching. Exhale, press into the ground, curl through the spine, tuck that chin in, and continue with your own breath. So again, a nice little wave-like motion, throughout the full length of the spine, creating energy, space, release. Think about lengthening the spine with each movement, drawing those vertebrae a little bit further apart. So again, really important, as I've mentioned before, to keep the structures either side of the area that we're working on nice and mobile. There's no point in working into those legs if we've got a really stiff, rigid spine. We're not going to get that full potential, that full release, that full engagement. So we have to look at the whole picture. And then gently feeding back in center. Again, just working a little bit of strength into those hamstrings while we're here. We're going to inhale, draw the right knee in. As we exhale, press it back. Bringing the sole of the foot parallel to the ceiling, nice and active. See if we can lift the sole of the foot a little bit higher. This time, inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, press it back again, really lengthening that foot. Inhale it in. Exhale it up. And continue with your own breath. So we can follow the gaze to the movement. We're inhaling knee to nose. As we exhale, we might take that gaze forward and up. Notice if we're compressing into that lower back, I want you to keep drawing that belly button in. So we're keeping core muscles engaged both front and back. We'll do 2 more. And last one. Meeting with sole of the foot parallel to the ceiling. We're going to land on the ball of the right foot. Gently press away to the heel for 3. For 2. And 1. On tuck the toe. We're going to press the front of that right foot into the ground. Pressing the ankle toward the ground. We're going to hold it here for 3. For 2. And 1. Right knee comes in to meet left. Same thing on the other side. We're going to inhale, knee to nose. And as we exhale, press sole of the foot toward the ceiling. Bending through that left knee. So we're activating both glute and hamstring here. Draw the belly in, activating the core. Inhale, knee to nose, gaze goes back. Exhale, sole of the foot parallel to the ceiling as we take the gaze forward and up. And continue with your own breath. Slow, 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 controlled movement. So we're trying not to swing the leg. It's a real active, engaged movement. Keep strong in those shoulders, so keep pressing the ground away. Active. We'll do 2 more. Last one. Meeting with sole of the foot parallel to the ceiling. We're going to land on the ball of the left foot. Gently press through that left heel for 3. For 2. And 1, on tucking the toe. We're going to press the front of that left foot into the ground, pressing the ankle toward the ground for 3. For 2. And 1, left knee comes in to meet right. So knees and feet are about hip width distance apart. Tuck the toes under. We're going to sit back toward the heels. Gently walk those hands forward, resting the forehead toward the ground. And just taking a little break here in our child's pose. Relax those wrists, those hands, those arms. Feel the shoulders melt toward the ground. Feel that space between the shoulders. Wriggling through the toes, really activating the arches of the feet here. And just take a few nice, calm, relaxed breaths. Breathing deeply into the belly. Feel the rib cage expand. Feel the diaphragm lift. When you're ready, we're going to flatten those right hands, keeping those arms nice and active. Gently pressing into the ground with hands and feet. We're going to hover the knees off the mat. We're going to lift the hips toward the ceiling. And then we're going to drop those heels down toward the ground, coming into our downward dog. So in downward dog, we're actively pressing the ground away. See if we can draw the chest a little bit closer toward the mat. Gaze is relaxed back toward the knees, maybe even toward the belly. We're going to lift the hips as high as we can, drop the heels as low as we can. We're going to inhale high, high, high up onto the tippy toes. And as we exhale, drop those heels down toward the ground. So inhale, tippy toes as high as we can. Exhale, lower those heels. We do that twice more. Lifting the hips all the time. Looking forward between the hands, we're going to gently paddle our way all the way to the front of the mat, coming to a nice wide-legged forward fold. Allow head, neck, arms, shoulders release here. We're going to tuck the chin in and slowly roll our way all the way up to stand. Head comes up last. Take a little drink if you need. We're going to get nice and flowy for the last part of the class this morning. So again, a lot of mobilization work into those ankles, those lower legs. A lot of activation into those hamstrings and glutes. We're going to try and tie it all together. So when you're ready, we're going to meet at the front of the mat. Feet nicely grounded. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms. From here, we're going to bring the feet together. And then we're going to bend the right knee. So we're lifting the foot off the ground. We're going to get that right hand and we're going to catch hold of the inner foot. Okay, so arch of the foot, just kind of caressed by that right hand. Thumb is rested on the ball of the foot. Bringing those knees together, we're going to take the gaze forward. We're pressing the foot into the hand until we feel a nice stretch into the front of the right hip and quad. And we might stay here. We might extend that left arm out in front, touching the index finger and thumb together. And if that feels good, we're going to press the foot into the hand and gently draw that right knee back. We're keeping it in toward the midline of the body. So we're going to lift, lift, lift as far as we can go. When we can't lift any further, then we might hinge forward, coming into our dancer pose. We're going to hold it here for 3. Lift that right foot for 2. And 1, gently draw those knees back to center. Release the grip, bring the hands to heart. We're going to draw that right knee out in front. Inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to bend the left knee. We're going to straighten the right leg and press that right heel out in front. Inhale, right knee up, straighten the leg. Exhale, we're going to press that right foot back and we're going to land on the ball of the right foot. So a nice high lunge here. Adjust the feet, taking it a little bit lower, pressing the way through that right heel. We're going to inhale here, draw the belly in. As we exhale, sink those hips a little bit more. We're going to drop the right heel down. Extend the arms into a lovely warrior 2 lunge. We'll inhale here, draw the belly in. As we exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, sink a little bit more. We're going to rest the right hand on the back leg. Inhale the left arm up, flip the palm. And as we exhale, reach that left arm to the back of the room, looking over the right shoulder, or maybe up toward those left middle fingers. Inhale here, stretch through that left arm. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper into the hips. 1 more breath. Inhale, open those arms. We're going to cartwheel both hands down either side of the left foot, coming onto the ball of the right foot. We're going to step the left foot back to meet right into a nice strong plank. Inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga if you're practicing. Elbows in. Roll the heart forward, untuck the toes. Press the feet into the ground, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press the ground away, lift the hips. Downward dog. Again, stillness or walk it out, your choice. Nice and active here, draw those heels down toward the ground. Relax the breath. One more breath. We're going to inhale the right leg up toward the ceiling. As we exhale, we're going to bend the right knee in, and we're going to step that right foot all the way to the outside of that right hand. Okay. Holding it here for 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, bend the right knee, and again, stepping that right foot in line with the hand. We might need to do this in a few movements. Hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Last one. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, bend the right knee in, and again, we're going to step it to the outside of the right foot. This time, we're going to drop the left knee down, untuck the toe. So coming into our lizard pose, so we're just going to pause here, not holding for too long. Releasing the hip and hamstring for 3, for 2, and 1. Tucking the left toe under, coming off the knee. We're going to step that right foot back into our 3-legged dog. This time looking forward, bend the right knee. We're going to step the right foot forward all the way into lunge. Left foot to meet it. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling all the way up to your center. Hands extended up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Same sequence on the other side. So when you're ready, just make sure you have a nice wee bit of space out in front in case we're going to express into our dancer. Lovely. Feet together, knees together, shoulders relaxed, breath is relaxed. We're going to bend the left knee. So we're keeping the left knee or both knees glued together. Getting the left hand, we're going to catch hold of the inner arch of the foot. Again, drawing those knees back together. So again, that left thumb is toward the ball of the foot, and we're kind of holding the inner arch here. Notice if that left shoulder's come back, both shoulders, front of the body, parallel to the front of the room. We might extend that right arm out in front, touching together thumb and index finger, so a little drishti point here. And then from here, pressing the foot into the hand. See if we can lift the left knee back, but not out, so keeping it toward the midline. Continuing to press the foot into the hand, lift, lift, lift as high as we can go, and then gently maybe hinging at that waist. Gaze is relaxed. Try to find a point out in front to fix your gaze. Hold it here for 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale, knees back together, coming back to stand. Exhale, release the foot, bring the hands to heart. Inhale, draw that left knee out in front. As we exhale, we're going to bend the right knee and we're going to straighten that left leg, pressing away through the heel. Really challenging on that right ankle. Inhale, left knee up, straighten the right leg. This time as we exhale, we're going to step back onto the ball of the left foot. So coming into a nice high lunge. Again, adjust the feet, get as deep as we can. We're going to inhale, draw the belly in. As we exhale, sink those hips. Keep pressing back through the left heel. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. We're going to drop the left heel down, opening the arms into our warrior. Palms face down, outer blade of that left foot parallels the back edge of the mat. Right knee points forward. We'll inhale here, draw those inner thighs toward each other. Exhale, sink through the hips. Inhale, draw the belly in. Exhale, release. We're going to rest the left hand on the back leg, keeping that right knee bent. We're going to inhale, right arm up, lift the palm. And as we exhale, we reach the right arm to the back of the room. Gaze is over the shoulder or to challenge the balance up toward that middle right finger for 3. Draw the belly in for 2. And 1. Inhale, arms back, wide open. Exhale, cartwheel, both hands down, either side of the right foot, coming on to the ball of the left foot. We're going to step that right foot back into plank. Inhale here, nice and strong. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga to the ground, elbows in. Roll the heart forward, untuck the toes, press the ground away, draw the shoulders back. Maybe cobra or upward dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. And again, stillness or movement, whatever works for you this morning. So if you want to really stretch out into the back of the body, feel free to paddle out those feet, allowing opposite heels mat toward the ground. Or just maybe working through stillness. Nice big belly breaths. One more breath. When you're ready, we're going to inhale the left leg up. As we exhale, bend the left knee into the chest, moving forward into plank. And then we're going to step that left foot to the outside of the left hand. Again, in as many steps as you need. Holding it here for 3. For 2. And 1. Inhale, left leg back into 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the left knee in, moving forward into plank. We're going to step that left foot again to the outside of the left hand. And again, you might need to walk that foot up a little bit for 3. For 2. And 1. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, bend the left knee. Work it all the way to that left foot. This time we're going to release the right knee, untuck the toe, pausing here in our lizard. Relax the breath, relax the shoulders, relax the head and neck for 3. For 2. And 1. Tuck the right toe under, come off the knee. Gently step that left foot back into 3-legged downward dog. This time as we look forward, we're going to bend the left knee, step it all the way into lunge in as many movements as you need, slow and controlled. Right foot to meet it, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling up to center. Hands extended up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a drink if you need. We've got one more round. And so again, same again, but just a little bit flowier. So again, when you're ready, we're going to meet at the front of the mat. Feet together, knees together. Bending the right knee, catching hold of the inner arch of that foot. Extend the left arm out, thumb and index finger together. Pressing the foot into the hand, we're going to lift that right knee back. And again, you can use the wall, you can use the table for the balance. Pressing back as far as we can and then gently hinging forward. If we can, gaze goes forward for 3. Lift the right foot for 2. And 1. Inhale, right knee comes back to meet left, coming to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, right knee out in front. Exhale, bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, coming into a single-legged squat. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, we're going to step that right foot as far back as we can, landing on the ball of the foot. Inhale here, draw the belly in. Exhale, sink the hips. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink. We're going to drop the right heel down, extend both arms out. Inhale here. Exhale, release those hips. Inner warrior, inhale. Exhale, release. Drop that right hand on the back leg. We'll inhale, left arm up, flip the palm, and as we exhale, reach that left arm overhead, gaze over the shoulder or up toward that left hand for 3. For 2. And 1, inhale, back to warrior. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down either side of the left foot. Coming onto the ball of the right foot, we'll step the left foot back to meet right into our plank. Inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga to the ground. Press the ground away, open the heart. Press those feet into the ground, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. And again, walk it out or stillness, your choice. 3 breaths. Nice big belly breaths. Notice if that breath has stopped at the chest. I want you to draw it as deeply as you can. 1 more breath. We're going to inhale the right leg back. As we exhale, bend the right knee. We're going to step that right foot forward, outside that right hand, all the way. Hold for 3. For 2. And 1. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, bring that right knee in, step it just outside that right hand for 3. For 2. And 1, inhale, right leg back. This time as we exhale, bend the right knee in, we're going to step it all the way forward into lunge. Again, use that right hand if you need a little hand. Left foot to meet it. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling up to center. Hands extended up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Last side. When you're ready, meeting at the front of the mat. Again, making sure we have enough bit of space out in front. Knees together, feet together, hips nice and stable, core engaged, draw the belly in, relax the shoulders. Lifting the left foot off the ground, those knees are glued together. We're going to get the left hand, catch hold of the inner arch of the foot. Keep drawing those knees together, keep the heart open parallel to the front of the room. We might extend that right arm out in front, touching the index finger and thumb together. Press the foot into the hand, and gently draw that left knee back, but keeping it close to the midline. Lift, lift, lift as far as we can. When we can't lift any further, then we're going to hinge at the waist. Trying to find that drishti point, that fixed point out in front for our gaze. Bring in a little bit of focus for 3. For 2. And 1, inhale back to stand, knees together. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift that left knee out in front. As we exhale, bend into the right knee, straighten the left leg, press away through the left heel. Inhale, stand, left knee out in front. Exhale, we're going to bring that left foot as far back as we can go, landing on the ball of the left foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink the hips. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, draw the belly in. Exhale, release. 1 more. We're going to drop the left heel down, coming into our warrior stance. Extend the arms out, palms face down. Inhale, draw those shoulders back. Exhale, sink. 2 more breaths. Gaze is forward. Bending that right knee. Keeping that right knee bent, we're going to rest the left hand on the back leg. Inhale, right arm up, flip the palm. And as we exhale, stretch that right arm overhead, looking over the shoulder or maybe up towards the middle finger on that right hand. Inhale, stretch through the right arm. Exhale, release a little bit more for 3. For 2. And 1, extend the arms back wide open. We're going to cartwheel both hands down either side of the right foot, coming on to the ball of the left foot. We're going to step the right foot back into our plank. Inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga to the ground. Open the heart, baby cobra or upward dog. Nice and strong in those arms and shoulders. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. And again, walk it out, do whatever feels good. Nearly there. Calming breath, deep into the belly. In and out through the nose, engagement all the way. When you're ready, we're going to inhale the left leg up. As we exhale, bend the left knee in, move it into plank and bring that left foot outside that left hand. Hold for 3. For 2. And 1. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, left knee in, step it out to the left of that left hand. Again, use hands, come down onto knees. Don't sway the foot, so don't just swing it forward. 1 more breath. Last one, inhale, left leg back. This time as we exhale, bend the left knee into the chest. We're going to step it all the way forward into lunge with control. Right foot to meet it. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling up to center. Hands extended up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Well done. We're going to finish like we did on Tuesday. We're going to come back to legs up the wall because it is such a lovely pose for the legs. So I'm going to invite you to bring your mat so that it's perpendicular to the wall. So basically the shorter end is attached to the wall. I'm going to adjust my camera angle here so you can see what I'm doing. So again, a lovely restorative pose to finish our leg practice this week. And again, you cannot do this too much. Not only is it lovely physically, it's really nice mentally, just to kind of give ourselves that little reset. So making our way to the wall. So body is parallel to the wall now. We're going to be using our elbows and our forearms. We're going to lie back and gently shift our way so that we can easily bring those feet up against the wall. So we can straighten the legs. Just gently shake out the hips here, getting nice and comfy, drawing the toes toward the face. And again, we can stay here. Just make sure that lower back is connected to the ground. We're going to change it up a little bit from Tuesday. So we're going to hug the right knee in and we're going to rest that right ankle just above the left knee, coming into our figure four. We can place the left hand on the ball of the foot, the right hand on the knee. We can gently coax it in, but don't put any pressure, okay? And again, we might stay here, nice and relaxed, close the eyes down. If we want to go deeper into the hips, we might bend the left knee and flatten the foot against the wall. And the lower that foot comes to the ground, the deeper we're going to feel it into that right hip. So the idea is, though, that that leg is being supported by the wall, so it's a lot more restorative than we can come into our traditional figure four on the mat. And so just find a space of comfort here. And again, if you don't want to rest the hands on the knee and foot, you can always rest them on the belly, or maybe right hand on the belly, left hand on the chest. So again, take your time. Find a space that you feel at ease, releasing into. Relax those shoulders back. Feel that lovely space into the front of the chest. Maybe tuck the chin a little bit to release the back of the neck. And again, really allowing the weight of that left foot fall into the wall. And don't feel like you have to go any deeper. Feel free to back off at any stage. So don't think about yourself holding the pose. Think about yourself releasing into that space, into that pose. Nice big belly breaths. Again, breathing the full length of the body. As you exhale, just allowing the body melt a little bit more. Again, in your own time, you can spend a lot longer here. Really, after half a minute to a minute, we're not going to get much more physical benefits, but it's a very lovely restorative way. You could get a few little neurological benefits of just kind of calming down the system. There's a lot to be said for that. It doesn't have to be physical. And then we're going to gently send that right knee into the chest. And then we're going to straighten both legs up the wall again. If they're not already there, maybe shake out those hips a little bit. And then we're going to bend the left knee in. And then rest the left ankle just above the right knee. Again, we might place that right hand on the ball of the foot, left hand on the knee, working that toe toward the knee, working the left knee toward the wall, and that might be as far as we go. If we want to go deeper and don't really have to, we're going to bend the right knee, flatten out that right foot. So we're just getting a wee bit deeper into that left hip. And again, either keeping the hands where they're at, maybe resting them onto the belly, or right hand on the belly, left hand on the chest. If we've got hands on the body, just allow the shoulders melt so that we're not kind of holding ourselves here. Okay, so still allow the elbows and shoulders melt toward the ground. And we're going to stay here. Again, closing down the eyes and just really internalizing where we're feeling that. Allowing the full body relax. So even though focus here is definitely on that hip, allow the heart melt, allow the face relax, allow the spine connect, allow the shoulders connect. That right foot is nice and relaxed, so just allow the weight fully out of that right leg. Nice big belly breath, again, sign it out, releasing. Last couple of breaths here. And again, definitely a space that we can hang out in a lot longer. Really nice one to do, particularly in the evening if you've had a long day. And then when you're ready, we're going to gently throw that left knee into the chest. Nice and slow here, so we're not rotating too much out of those hips, and then we're going to straighten those legs again. So if you weren't with me on Tuesday, another variation of that is our V-legs, which can be a really lovely hip release. We're not going to do that this morning, but then one that you can tie into your own practice. So again, just shifting the hips about here a little bit. We're going to bend the knees and we're going to gently scoot our way from the wall as gracefully as we can. So use those elbows just so we're not right on top of the wall as we come out of the pose. And then we're going to hug the knees into the chest, give them a nice little squeeze. We're going to release the grip, release the feet. We're going to rock on over to our right hand side. Take a couple of moments here just to reconnect and reset. Relax the breath. And whenever you're ready, we're going to press the left hand into the ground to slowly draw ourselves into seat. Head comes up last. Lovely. And then we can meet in any comfortable seat on the mat. So it could be easy cross-legged, sitting back on the heels. You could be sitting on your couch, whatever feels good. And we're going to finish our practice like we started. So whenever you're ready, just sitting nice and tall again, engaging with those lovely strong core muscles, opening into the heart, allowing those knees drop out a little bit more. We're going to open the palms, and when you're ready, we'll inhale the arms out, reaching up. Interlock fingers, press palms to the ceiling. As we exhale, press the palms forward, release the breath, side out, and let it go. We'll do that 2 more times. And then gently bring the hands to heart, press the palms together, close down the eyes. And just thank yourself for creating a wee bit of space in your morning to come to the mat, to look after yourself, to create some lovely energy, some lovely release, and hopefully take that with you into the day and into the weekend. Thank you for sharing your time, your energy, and practice with me. Namaste.